Here is a look at your gap and go trades for the week of January 20th through the 23rd. I will go over price targets on the 5-minute time frame, have a gap recap from January 12th through the 16th, and update the chart as well. Hi everyone, it's Dow on the Dow. First up is NEO. We ended the week at $4.71, up 1.51%. This is where we are. To the north side takes us to 2 standard deviations and 1 level of resistance and a potential take profit area at 473. Above that, 479, and at 4 standard deviations, which I don't think we will get to on Tuesday because of the holiday on Monday, that would be 484. Now, to the south side takes us back to an area we've already been, very close to this line, which was marked out on January 7th. I will just delete that. I don't need any of these horizontal lines. I leave them on here for you to see. Let's mark that out. And that is going to be support from where we are. This was an area of support, well, resistance and support. Let me change that color because I put it in the wrong color. That was the previous week. Notice how we are stair-stepping down just ever so slightly. All right, to the south side of that, 452, 447, and 442. The yellow lines are from 2024 when I marked this out, so we're getting into that territory. Now, again, all I'm looking at is from this period to this period, and we are in a downward channel still. And what happened the previous week? Clear areas of resistance up here. This gap that opened up on Monday closed to the downside as expected to 465. So if you went short, congrats. And then this one, oh, this one is the wrong color. That should have been green. When we go down and then reverse back up, that is to the upside. And did it really touch right there? Yeah, we just barely. And if not, it touched right here. So still right there. End of Thursday, Friday morning, if you think that that's where it hit, because it's very, it just brushed it. Yeah, I'll just give that as the win. And this gap is still in play. That will take us down to 446. And could we touch that this coming week? Definitely. If we continue to go down as the chart shows us, the pattern that we're still in. So this right here is done. Oh, let me clean that up because remember I just extend. I have no idea when it's going to touch. Yeah, just barely brushed it right here. So let's delete that. Oops, I meant that. What else? We have gaps to the north side. This gap is still in play, so that's good. And do we have other traps? All right, I think I've cleaned everything up. So we are looking at this gap to the north side. Oops. Oops. My magnet is on. I have to turn this off. There, that's it for now. Okay, let's move along here. I'm spending too much time on NEO. I just wanted to quickly show you this. All right, all I'm doing is looking at from this period to this period. So we're at 3606 to the north side, 3637, 36.56, and down the road 36.75. This is resistance. There will definitely be a sell-off if we hit that area. That's one level of support. We're very close to that. We could just chug along sideways or slowly follow this green line down. Support 35.64, stop loss. Support, buy-in, stop loss 35.44, and down the road 36.25. This gap closed 35.21. And when did that open? Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, I'm not even going to go back any further. Actually, it's farther. Distance is farther. Further is furthermore. Okay, so we've got a gap to the north side here and here. Ooh, and here. And nothing else down there, I don't think. Okay, that looks good. Gosh darn it, what am I doing here? Option R, there we go, for reset. So by the end of the week, if we continue to go south, the outliers could be 34.57. And then to the north side, 36.04. Where we could land. That's okay. This gap, these gaps will definitely be filled at some point. But right now, on the 5, we're going down. You got to check the daily, weekly, and monthly. Okay, Boeing, very quickly. Ignore all the horizontal lines. 247.68. We are chugging along. They're getting orders. So this is really good for them. Let me just mark this while I'm here. Sideways action will take us to 247.58 or 58, no. Yeah, 58.60-ish. Okay. 251.81, 253.98, and make this a little smaller. 256.14 to the south side, because there's always a south side. 243.19, 240.93, and down the road, not on Tuesday, 238.77. I do not think, but there's a gap here, and then this gap, this opportunity gap, closed right there at 239.83. Resistance sell-off. We got close, didn't quite make it all the way, and started to fall, and then slowly consolidated barcode, but along this upward channel. And we have a gap to the south side for a pullback. And on the way up, this turns into resistance. Whoops. I think that's good. Wow, we've come a long way. I bought in at 125.45 for my mom. She's doing great on that one. Okay, but of course it was miserable at certain points because, well, you know, everything that happened to Boeing and the lawsuit and the whistleblower and the guy who kills himself behind the back or behind the head, just like the Clintons did that. I mean, I don't know. They're accused of doing that. I mean, people don't shoot themselves from behind. They were axed. Okay, next one, Nike. We are right here. Resistance, take profit, 64.71 and 65.03. The middle of the trend. Baseline very close from where we've marked it out previously. So we're stair-stepping down. Support, buy-in, stop loss, 63.09, 62.74, 62.37. A landmine here. Another landmine if you like to go short. down the road, not in the channel, not in the zone yet. But eventually, ooh, by maybe the middle of the week, we could be there if we continue to go down, because all we've done is go up, and then what happens? You reverse course. Oh, this one closed right there. It appears on Thursday, January the 8th, going to 65.70 as expected. Did we hit here? Yeah, we did, right there on the 14th. And then we went down after that. Ooh, congrats, 67.12. Delete, delete. We have other gaps to the north side up here, but we are not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. Okay, what else is happening? Again, ignore the horizontal lines. Okay. When they start to bunch up is when I start to really delete them, but right now I don't care. Nike. And finally, Rivn. $16.67, down 2.29% to the north side. 1706, 1744, and 1784. I don't think we'll get there on Tuesday, but down the road, yes. There. Support going sideways before reversing possibly. Okay, and then another support level, 1554, 1513, and 1476. Okay, that will take us to, let me just mark it, 1882. This gap, if you went short, took us to 1770 in an expected move. Okay, that opened up Thursday the 18th. Looks like I've cleaned everything else up. This gap is still in play. All right, I think that looks, ooh, let me just extend this and that. Okay, I am done. Yay. That is a look at my gap and go trades for the week of, what is this, the 20th through the 23rd. Have a great trading week, and I will make some more videos and go over Trader Marat's tickers that he kindly pointed out to me. So I'll be working on that. All right, have a great day.